Hello, everybody. Uh, Astro gravitational report today for May 17th. If you feel it, the energies they're shifting, and every time one of the major shifts happens inside of you, there is a major triggers inside of you happening. So today is kind of like the one of the big shifts going on inside of ourselves, but also out in the sky. We have like four of the uh, energy elements in the sky. They're all kind of like coming together. That is a very beautiful. That is the ignitions of the Jupiter that it's moved in Taurus together with the moon, because the moon is the attentions. That is it, the intuitions that it leads in there with the intentions of growth. It's going to be going on together with the North Node, which is the destiny, you to grow up to your destiny. And also, it's connecting with Mercury. But all this is triggered with the rest of the stuff that goes on. So, if you are following within what happening into the past, I'm talking about pretty much year and a half in there with all these situations between Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius in there. All this is talking about for us, are we going to be breaking those patterns, those stuckiness? Are we going to be building something new, some a new base? Are we going to be going into this demolishing process? Now, currently, the demolishing process are going in with Mars, with Pluto, who is retrograde. Some of you maybe also when Pluto is retrograde for it. Remember the patterns of the retrogrades. The retrogrades are moving within timeline. They go back and then moving again. So basically, when they doing this, they're teaching you like, okay, let's go back to this point. So the journey is gonna be from A to Z and then from Z to A. And when I come here and I go direct, you have to do from point A. Um, you might feel this energies of doubts with the age of Aquarius, you things that you're getting in there, and so on and so on. But that is it to test you. Have you done it? Have you really going on? And what is the rest of the needs to be done? And there is a lot of revaluations of this energy that Pluto gave us in to Aquarius. So, with that being said, today we're going to have a pretty big test with all this because at 6 o'clock, midheaven, it's going to be pretty much 5, 6 o'clock. I'm talking about midheaven. It's going to be at Leo, and the ascendant is going to be at Scorpio. That is going to be directly opposing the moon, the growth with Jupiter, the North Node, and Mercury. So, talking about these energies, you may have similar energies of the pre shadow period. Right now, we are in the after shadow period. So, if you had a rough time of the pre shadow period, now experiencing a tough time during the after shadow period. The pre shadow period of Mercury retrograde was about you to go ahead in there and see what you're going to face. You're going to go to Mercury retrograde. How beautiful, how great can it be? Then you have to make it that great. And now you're going with the purging of these situations that you have to have. So there's a purge going on. The purge has been, we talked about this like a month ago about purging. Yes, purging is going on because you can't put the new things if the old things are not out. You can't put a new drink if your cup is filled. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go through the charts. I'm gonna shift you back there. And if you guys have so many questions, let me know. I'm gonna be doing some different setup in the next 2 days. So I'm gonna do a very special report. And Matthew agrees with me that This report is needed, so I'm gonna put like a 3 months perspective. Why you will go through this, what is gonna be facing in the rough times, and what's gonna happen in October, November. All right, guys. But today, we don't want to talking about today. What is it cooking in the sky today? So, going back in there. So, if you're waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning, the moon is 29 degrees, 12 minutes still within Aries. The moon is going to be squaring Pluto. That is a lack of transformations, fears, situations, doubts. That is also squaring Mars, a lack of actions, feel like you can't do it, or so on and so on. But look at it inside, you can learn because midheaven it's 23 degrees of Aquarius. That is actually is very beautiful sextile with the moon. It is big support of the moon, but midheaven it's squaring Uranus and the sun. That is it. Authority. It's the same like it's been in the past. You constantly look at the authority within yourself. What kind of authority? Yours or the universe authority? In that positions there, the ascendant isn't Gemini, but there is has no aspects at this time. It's kind of like you staying neutral, like you're in a neutral, and you're trying to see where are you gonna go within the day. So later on at 8 o'clock, midheaven joins Saturn, but at this time, okay, the moon it's 29 degrees, 45 minutes within um, areas. It is begin to sextiling the ascendant. The ascendant goes into Cancer. You see that the things can be better within the family situations. Midheaven and Saturn right now, they are both working with the feminine energies. A lot of feminine energies, they are learning the things within the family, while the masculine is learning how to transform, how to change, because he's going to need that transformations when he goes into test. The harder you train, the better will be in the fight. That's what the warrior knows. And some of the people are experiencing internal fights within themselves, but they know what to overcome. They know how to do it. Okay, hopefully that will be the case. So here is at 9 o'clock. That is going to be the moment of the ignitions of the moon and Jupiter. You're going to feel this energy here. That energy is going to begin with like in the next, we're talking about 35 minutes in Bulgaria. It's going to be 9 o'clock in the morning here. And the moon is at 0 degrees, 19 minutes, and Jupiter at 0 degrees, 11 minutes. That is that ignitions because your emotions is going to be together with the growth. Jupiter is providing the spiritual growth. Jupiter is providing the growth in all areas of life. Okay, and since right now is in Taurus, he's going to ask you, are you going to perform your spirituality in the material world? Are you going to be showing up what you made of? Are you really worth the diploma that you took? Are you really can do this? Can you really perform in there? That's going to be a huge test. And from some of the people, they're going to facing some times of performance, but they understand that that performance that it's needed, it is whatever it's they cannot perform to learn, to build, to remind themselves. Okay, so this energy is going to be very beautiful. It's actually there is a this. I mean, what can I say? All this, we're talking about Jupiter, we're talking about the moon, we're talking about the North Node, we're talking about Mercury. They're both sextiling Venus beginning and ascending at this time, but they also go ahead and sextiling Saturn. Beautiful. You do perform on the based of your learning, the mysteries in there, because Saturn is in Pisces. So, with that being said, that beautiful internal energies inside of you, they're going to be kicking. But are you going to have to face something? What are you going to face? you're gonna face your resistance of change. That was the resistance that you probably faced when Pluto was direct at Aquarius. Resistance to accept the new, the weird that actually work and makes the world better. And now that weird that makes the world better, are you facing it? Are you purging the old paradigms within you? Are you facing your old self? Are you doing all this? So if you're facing at this, you're probably experiencing that because Pluto is opposing Mars. Come on, it is about your actions. What do you do with this? Are you transformed? Did you grow? And now it's going to be really performance time. But when I look at it, the Jupiter Pluto is squaring, the North Node is squaring Pluto, the Mercury is squaring Pluto. That is it about to test you. Are you really going to be making that quantum jump into the age of Aquarius? And if you're not, what is preventing you? What does preventing you? So later on at 10 o'clock, midheaven is at 12 degrees in areas here. That's going to be squaring Venus. Is going to be looking into the emotions that are in the family. We're talking about Venus with her love emotions in the family. Maybe you have things that you need to sort the things out inside, but that is telling you what you need to do on your own because midheaven is in Aries. Whatever you do in your own, nobody can help you. If you want to learn, you learn. If you don't want to learn, nobody can make you learn. So this could be a trigger of that positions. Ascendant is together with Mars. You're going to see this battle, internal battle within yourself of what should I do? What action should I take? Did I'm taking the right actions? Did I see the right things? Did I see the right energies? Did I see the right stuff? And what is it, all this? So you may have to face also, we're talking about this internal struggle within yourself of looking at what kind of actions I'm going to take because I know that the one actions I can take, I can, sabotage myself that it's coming in because Mars is squaring the Moon and Jupiter. Specifically, we're talking about of this entering of Jupiter, and some of you may be going to look talking about of this things that you probably kind of like a um, self-doubting yourself. You kind of like, I cannot do it, self sabotage in there, self pity. You are like, well, I cannot do this. Whatever you tell to yourself is the truth. But if you look at it, the energy that it's behind the moon and Jupiter together with Saturn is like, I learned this, I can perform, I know this, I believe in myself. This is a self inspirations in there that comes in because it comes in from the background of what you felt, what you learn, what you know, the new energies, the new positions. Now you put these new energies into actions, but they have to face the old. So you're gonna see these situations between new self, higher self, low self, and so on and so on. But that is gonna tell you like when you're replacing, for example, when you have two computers, okay, you're replacing the operation system, but now your old files from the old computer have to be transferred to the new. And now you look at it all files, it's like, you know what, I don't need this. I should have not have it this. So I can take everything that I need into the new. So there is this process right now that comes in of this mixed up situations. So looking at the inside of you, what is that trying to tell you? All right. So 11 o'clock midheaven is right now in there with Jupiter and the moon. Is going to be exactly that focus I was talking about. You actually going to do that work. You're actually going to be transfer files. You're going to be transferring things. You're going to be looking at deeply inside of you. You're going to be like, you know what? I need to replace this behavior. I need to learn these new situations. I have to be develop behavior from with me because I was missing. I have to look this understanding more deeper. It's like aha, having this aha moment. Oh well, these things didn't work in the past in the old ways. Now I have to go ahead and build this into the new ways. But I have a new programs now. This is how we're going to be replacing the old templates. Okay. You actually, right now, we are going to be building this new template because, for example, somebody gives you a brand new computer. Now you have to set it up. You have to do the things within yourself. You have to set it up to suit your own needs. Okay. So this process is going to be coming in, but you are going to be facing like, I like my old ways. I like the Windows XP. It was more easiest to work. I cannot like this other programs and so on and so on and so on. And looking at on this, the ascendant is at 9 degrees of Leo. You may be going to experiencing this your own way. Your own way has to be, trying to um, put the energies like they have to pass me, not like this the way it goes because everything new it's hard to accept. So later on at noon, midheaven is going to be at 13 degrees of Taurus. There, the moon is going to be approaching the north node. That is at the time of the destiny, and some of you is going to be facing hard time with their destiny. Someone is going to be feel like, why I'm like this? What is going on? Whole life has been like this. I always been like this. You're going down the hill. Some of you is going to be actually, you know what? I learned from all this being down the hill. Now I'm going up the hill. So this energies of there, okay, you're focused with what you can receive from your destiny because this Jupiter, the moon, and the North Node exactly talking about this. The destiny comes upon you, especially when a Jupiter it is connecting with the North Node. You're gonna feel it within the next kind of like a few weeks. That energy is gonna be very, very much working with you. Things is gonna get better. Things is gonna get moves. As long you're learning the lessons um, of proper actions within yourself, and at the same time you do your internal revaluations of the new processes inside of you and replacing the old with the new. So a lot of purging going on, a lot of situations are going to be triggered at this time. At 1 o'clock, as usually, the midheaven goes with the sun. There is a beautiful trines with Pluto. Ascendant is at 3 degrees of Virgo, and that ascendant is going to show you that after this replacing of programs that goes on within yourself, after you changing everything within the new that you learn and you putting into practice, you're going to understand what did they say in the Bible. You renew your life. And this is what actually happened is right now with Jupiter, with the North Node. God, it tells you here, this is a new time, new opportunity. This is a new situations within. I'm giving you chances, you to have a second rebirth. For some of you, this is how it's going to feel like it because the North Node, when it meets Jupiter, there is the growth. The growth that you have not done, but the growth that you can do right now. This is like a second opportunity, second chances to correct, to do the right things, and this is what the people will look at. They're gonna strive for it, but when they find out during this process, whatever it was damage of the previous time, actually they have a chance to heal it. It is why in the Bible they said, after he did these deeds and good deeds and he's got this situation and so on, God renewed him and he lived how many more years, and then he had this, and this, and this, and so on. There you go. You're talking about job. There you go. Go study job. And there you find out that story with you what I'm talking about, but you have to put the right authority, and that's what midheaven with the sun is going to lead you to. This authorities inside of it. This authority is beautiful with Pluto and is beautiful with Mars. That is the energies that you're going to find out after you're building everything why it wasn't worth it. It was good, it was great, or how it goes with everything. Right. So at 2 o'clock, midheaven, it's going to be at the Gemini. That is going to be feel pretty much the same energies as before when the ascendant was there. Looking at with the friendshipness, looking at you friend to yourself. Who can teach you on a friendship? The teacher, Saturn. But do you opposing the teaching? Do you opposing the new ways that you are friend with the universe now? Are you resisting changes? Are you resisting things inside of it? And that is going to come in because the ascendant that is at Virgo at 15 degrees, it is going to be opposing Saturn, and midheaven is squaring Saturn. Seems like yesterday. Okay. But since the moon is keeping going on more and more towards the north node, you're going to feel pressure from above, pressure for you to grow. That is it. The pressure when you were as a kid, it's like, you know what, you're old enough to go in the bathroom by yourself. You don't need to ask permissions anymore to go to the bathroom. When you're home, you can go pouring a water in your cup. You can go ahead and get a food from the fridge. That's what this is going to be. Kind of like putting you on a place and situations you to do things within your own. Hi, Christine. Thank you for coming in. And during those energies, you're not gonna feel comfortable the first of all, but later on, you're gonna feel glad you are doing this because now you know abilities in your capabilities. This is also gonna be applying into the new energies they are walking in right now. Those energies are here. The new energies are here. Like it or not, you're working with them. You might as well enjoy it instead of fighting it because fight doesn't build anything positive in there. But Ascendant is going to be at 3 o'clock. The Ascendant is going to be at the end of Virgo. There's going to be a beautiful trine with that authority there. Hi, Erica. Thank you for coming in. And the Ascendant there is with Uranus and the Sun. And this trine with Pluto. And Pluto there, it's trined with the Sun. That is talking about you taking the authority to do this. And by doing this, you know that at the end of the time, the things that you have, the wound, the traumas that you're holding from your past life, they're going to be healed because you're doing the divine visions, the divine energies inside of you. And that is going to help you to develop. But during this process, you're going to feel the same wounds. But now these wounds, they're going to be kind of like a purged out, and the purging out is not pretty. That is not a pretty situations, but you're good. You're gonna feel good after that. You're gonna feel this greatness within. And talking about 4 o'clock, midheaven is gonna be with Venus. That is a power of love. Beautiful sextiles with the Moon, Mercury, North Node, Jupiter. The flow of love, right? It's coming right now. It is together, it's bonded. It is beautiful bond between Jupiter and Venus. If you have Jupiter Venus sextile, Jupiter Venus trine, you know that your growth is with love. It's connecting with the love. The more love you give, the more you will receive. The more you grow within love, the more love it's developing within yourself. And with love, love heals everything. So now you're understanding this midheaven in the Virgo that is in Cancer. It is about this growth within it that helps the situations in family. A lot of growth for the feminine understanding, a lot of growth within the feminine energies. That is the divine feminine energies built in there. But Venus is gonna be going into Leo. She's gonna be going through the pretty much the whole Leo. Then it's gonna be retrograde, and by September she's gonna begin to move forward. But at that time, there's going to be some divine energies. And I'm going to be making a spatial report in the next maybe 2 days, 3 days. I have to do organizing here so you guys can be able to see it, the charts. It's important to see the charts in that. So I will do that. And talking about later on about today at 5 o'clock, midheaven is gonna be with Mars. Same thing. It's like you working on the feminine energies to understand, and then you have to work on the masculine energies to understand. This is gonna be beautiful times because that way you make the balance within you. That how you getting into this internal 0 point balance within yourself. The ascendant is going to be at Libra. That's going to be at 21 degrees. It is a beautiful divine energies with Uranus, but it's going to begin to square Mars. It's going to be opposing this Jupiter, Moon, Mercury. That is it. Like, is this supposed to be? Is this is going to be? You're going to be looking at of this relationship situations, contract situations, business relationships, work relationships. They are going to be all coming out on the surface. Who do you trust, though? The divine. And the new energies is going to ask you when you get this, leave it to us. We know how to do it. We know how to do with this. You're going to feel it, this resistance or this intense energies like that comes up because they're not yours. Those are generational energies that are within you. Those are programs within you. Those are the old templates. There you embody it because other told you what to do. Now you're looking at that relationship with the universe and it's like that is my primary relationship with in. So later on at 6 o'clock, that energy is gonna be like you gotta go into the shadow. You see the things in the shadow because the ascendant is at Scorpio, and at Scorpio 2 degrees, it is opposing Jupiter at 0 degrees. It's opposing the North Node at 4 degrees. It's opposing the Moon at 5 degrees, and then it's opposing Mercury at 6 degrees. All that. And when you put the battles within Mars and the battles you have with revaluations of the age of Aquarius, that Pluto's energies, like, is it too much? Oh, yeah, it is too much. Because too much is one done in the past and nothing in the new energies. So all you have to do is follow the path with the new energies and replacing the old. How you do that? You're looking in your shadow. You're gonna be seeing what you need to do in the shadow, but that is the energy is gonna be done talking about 11 p.m., 12 p.m. in that area because at that time the ascendant that right now is at 6 o'clock and it's about 11 o'clock. That's going to be a midheaven. Midheaven, that is the beginning of the 10th house, the professions, the work that you do. But since midheaven is through the day, that is the current moment of time and space, you do your inner work. So you basically guide it. If you look at it, the astrogravitational energy is the way it works. You're guided what you're going to be facing in about 5 hours, which is beautiful. The universe created this. The question is are you listening to those energies in you? Okay, not your own visions, the visions that are coming in from the universe. So here is at 7 o'clock. Midheaven is going to be together with Lilith. Lilith is still bouncing, all over the place. Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Leo, Cancer is just going back and forth, back and forth. But right now, that energies could be really intense in there because you have to facing. Lilith doesn't like the authority. Lilith likes her own authority, especially when it's in Leo. That is the feminine energies that I have the right of authority. I have the right of this. Oh yeah, you do, but how you do it? How you do it in the right way, or you going against the universe? And that is going to be an energy that because it's squaring the sun and it's squaring um, Uranus in there and Taurus. That is a part of this. I want it so much, and then from me wanting it so much, I self sabotage myself because I have to, perform. Ascendant at 14 degrees is also opposing Uranus. And that's talking about that some of the people, they're going to see these energies of like, well, that old thinking make me stinking thinking, and I did stinking actions. Then what I need to do? I have to replace the old stinking thinking so I don't have to be a stinking thinking inside of me so I can have a better performance within my life, better things within, and I have to cooperate with the universe. Kind of like a forced situations could be, but some of the people are going to be irritated about this. Ascendant at 14 degrees, though, this time tells you how to do it. It gives you guidelines inside of it. That is going to be because the ascendant is a trine with Venus, and Venus is in trine with Saturn. Saturn is a trine with the ascendant. Learning. You're already learning things. So be patient when you learn things. Might as well enjoy it, have fun with this parts. But the ascendant it's opposing Jupiter, the North Node, the Moon, and Mercury. That growth that it's right now, it's coming. I don't like that way. I don't want to be that way. I want to be the old way. Ah, if you're Aquarius, you're like, you know what? I know it's tough and rough right now, but yeah, well, until Aquarius season. It's gonna be beautiful Aquarius season actually. Triggers, crashes, towers, building, rebuilding, growth, new ways, a lot of innovations. And this is what the process is to re-innovate yourself, to reinvent yourself. So at 8 o'clock p.m., the ascendant, it is at 26 degrees. That is a opposing the sun and Uranus. We are preparing for this new moon in Taurus. Okay, so what is going on within this Taurus? It is about beginning of the new union of authority, how to build this new house, how to build this new family, how to build this new base, how to build this new company, how to build this new planet in a way. Because we have a Jupiter, North Node, Mercury, Moon, Uranus, the universe is on Earth, tries to get these new energies, and now the Sun. This is going to be one of the intuitions and authority within yourself. They're going to begin to work together. It's going to say, you know what, we're going to build this. But that is going to be the lessons of when we are going to face, okay, these energies later on. We are going to be facing at some point that ignitions in there. We are going to be facing it with what? Through our friendshipness, and we are going to facing it through expressions. Why? Because we are going to have full moon where in Sagittarius, and the sun is going to be where in Gemini. So we're starting the building with the Taurus energies. Okay, we start building with the Taurus energies, but we are going to ending up that cycle in the Gemini. And that is it about this beautiful, beautiful using arts, using expressions. Okay, we are going to facing on this. So at 9 o'clock midheaven, it's in Virgo. That is this energy of healing. You understand that by doing it, this you're gonna be much better. And talking about these expressions in there, when the moon's gonna be arriving into Sag, you are gonna find there is gonna be some divine energies creating there with Jupiter and the North Node, and you're gonna get the glimpses. You're gonna know about it. You're gonna get the message. You're gonna get the download. You're gonna get the things inside of it. But that is a what is following from the previous hour in there. The question is are you ready? You got this? Can you do this? Can you kind of like, it's like, yeah, I can do this, and you go do it. Not just say, oh, I can do this. You go do it. Do it and do it and do it until the job gets done. So at 10 o'clock, midheaven it goes into Libra. That is going to be these intense energies that you're looking at about the relationships, your relationship with universe, authority, Venus, situations all over the place. Okay, ascendant is at 21 degrees of Sag. That is the beautiful divine energies with the universe, with Uranus. Your focus is going to be at the expressions in there. Are you getting the messages from the universe that tells you what to do? Who you going to listen? Your old self, your new self that still don't know much about the new energies, or the universe that tells you what and how to do it. The world of ideas that comes to you from the universe and helps you to guide you in there. Tough moments, right? Yeah, Pluto is retrograde, facing you with the old patterns in there. He sends you back. You're not happy to go back into the old energies, are you? Yeah, but you have to go back so you can know what to replace. It's the same thing, like you're not happy to go back into that old computer after you learn the new one because it's operating quick, fast, and more efficiency. So you have better energies to do other things with in yourself. So at 11 o'clock, same thing like yesterday, there's going to be this divine energies that we're talking about, these visions inside. These visions from the universe. There's going to be some divine energies between Uranus, the Sun, and Neptune. That is going to be between 10 and 11 o'clock. There is going to be a lot of divine energies actually within all this because it triggers. But look at it in that positions. That is going to be squaring with Mars, squaring with Pluto, intense energy. Oppositions begins with that ignitions of Jupiter. Why did that opposition exist? You to see what prevents you to grow, you to see what prevents you to build, you to see the obstacles that prevent you to have this company, you to have this new life, you to have and renew yourself. That's what this is. Because in next hour, actually at midnight, you're gonna be dealing with this shadow. You're gonna be dealing with the things, the shadow work inside of you. And we're talking about this oppositions is going to come stronger, but that is it, the old pattern hidden into embodiment within yourself. Now what do you need to do to unbody that? You have to allow the new energies to walk in and purge it out from within you, to purge down that shadow within yourself. This is why you may gonna feel a little bit uncomfortable, I would say, but this energy is gonna be helping you to have a better life. All right, so that's what it was, a the astro gravitational report. If you guys have so many questions, I can look at it right now. All right, I healed past drama and I don't have drama anymore. Good. If you heal the past drama, that's good. As long as you put in yourself not to build new one that you have to feel inside. This is kind of like one of the things that some people continue doing it, not realizing it. They're repeating the same patterns over and over and over again. So your Scorpio moon. Oh well, this Scorpio moon can be really, that is the energy of looking into your shadow. So you have to look within your shadow, Christine, and also your relationship with your mother, revaluations. If there is anything there that it needs to be purged, it needs to be cleaned. Erica, thank you for the love. Thank you. Thank you so much. And that's what it was, the astro gravitational report. You know, I'm begging you to use this report for evolutions, not to kind of like getting into this what you expect and to personally get into it. The whole point of everything that we are going to do and what we are going through it, it is about one thing: evolution. we to evolve and we can leave these evolutions into the next generations. All right, guys, I know that right now the energies are, it's a shifting time, it's a shift of consciousness, it's a shift of the energies in a big way, but they're also fast. And it's kind of like hard to keep it up with, but look inside of you, do your best, and Godspeed to you. All right. Love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. You're all welcome. You're welcome, Christine.